God is truly like no other. I have to say that first and foremost. The past few days have been an incredible experience, and I've been learning a lot. Sometimes we just need to sit back and let God teach us. And He is the greatest teacher, the greatest instructor, the greatest director, the greatest one that you could ever meet, because He knows everything before it happens. So you can be having a conversation with somebody and it ties in to that specific moment, but yet your testimony or your occurrence with the Lord happened months ago, years ago. There is no time frame with God that can't be used. And in the Spirit, there is no time. So think on that the next time He has you do something. Because in the Spirit, you can accomplish tons and tons and tons of tasks. And let's just say you wanted to get that one task done in your flesh, and He's asking you to do 5 different things. And you're like, how am I going to accomplish this? Simply put, there is no time restraint when the Lord is in command. And so He can make things happen that are miraculous, and you will just sit back and go, how in the world was that possible? You say, how in the world? Because in the world it is not possible. But if you are seated in heavenly places with Him, and you are operating from here, then therefore He has already given you the directions to be able to do it, and to do it properly. Not to fall on your face 100 times before you get it right, because you're doing it His way rather than doing it your way. Here's a perfect example, and this is my encounter of praying to be unseen. There are individuals around this neighborhood that are intoxicated more often than not. I pray for them every single day. I also feel very nervous as a woman to go out into society and to do what I need to do. And the other day I was going to the grocery store to turn in change, because I have found that I find myself collecting change all over the house and saving it and then taking it to the grocery store and turning it into actual money. Okay. I know there is the concern about, things being passed with money and everything else. Believe me, I've seen all the headlines just like all of you. But do you realize that that is a distraction? Every single one of those media posts is a distraction. Do we need to be aware of the times and what is happening? Absolutely. But if God hasn't told you that there's going to be something passed amongst a certain element, then take it like a grain of salt. Because I can tell you right here, right now, He can change anything that He wants to, and it will not touch you. And it will not affect you in the way that you were worried about to begin with. So you actually sat there spending that entire portion of time worrying about something that never came to pass in the first place. And we're not supposed to worry about tomorrow. Today has enough of itself to be concerned about, right? Right. So if you read your Bible and you understand that, then you say to yourself, oh my goodness, I don't need to stock up on all these different things, because that's putting faith in myself and not faith in my God. I mean, let's think about this for a moment. They were in the wilderness and He fed 5,000 people. So, and how many loaves of bread was there and how many fish? I'm going to leave that alone and not tell you the amount, because this might cause somebody to go look in their Bible for the answer. And it's about coming into unity as brothers and sisters, not me giving you all the answers. So there's that. So if we are putting faith and trust and belief in ourselves, and we are going to the stores and we are filling up our carts with everything that we think we could possibly need, but we forgot the most important thing, which is trusting in Him, then do we really have everything in the cart that we needed to begin with? No, we don't. So the other day, I was going to the grocery store to turn in change. And I was very nervous, and I was fixated on everything that is going on in the world right now. And yes, even with my faith and trust being built in the Lord, I still have my concerns because I am in fact human. I am not separated from all of you. I do not have it all figured out, and I don't, have every moment of the day where I go, oh my goodness, I have no fear. But you have to release and surrender that fear to Him and ask Him how to deal with it. Otherwise, you will do it your own way. And more often than not, you will fall on your face in the process of trying to figure it out. When I went out of the store, and I will just be transparent and tell you I was talking in tongues, and I was doing it all throughout the store, and I was asking Him, not understanding what He was telling me to ask Him in the first place, to be unseen. And so He, in fact, did make me unseen to the natural world outside when I got outside of the grocery store. These are supernatural times. Do not be fixated on the fear, the manic, the panic, the hysteria, because you will miss the move of God. Because if you are so focused on trying to figure things out for yourself in your own understanding, you will in fact miss the move of God. Because He will be doing incredible things in your life. And if you are not paying attention to Him and surrendering yourself to Him and believing Him and trusting Him, having faith in Him, taking up the sword of the Spirit, which is His truth, reading your Bible, and realizing that the times that we are in are very evident and have been evident all throughout the Bible, then you will miss it. And you have to have your shield of faith at all times because, yes, faith the size of a mustard seed is enough. But you need to continue to grow that faith. That mustard seed is a starting point, not your finishing point. And you praying and trusting and believing that the Lord will make you unseen to the enemy and by the enemy is very evident because He can do anything that He wants. And if you are His child, then guess what? He's going to do the miraculous in you. And guess what? It's not about everybody else to witness it. It's not about everybody else to encounter it. I'm just sharing a teeny tiny portion, but I can tell you that more often than not, the things that happen between me and God stay between me and God, because there is an intimacy that needs to be established between you and God. And don't ever feel guilted or shamed or anything of the sort and feel like you have to share. No, you are to share with joy, pure and utter joy at what He's doing in your life. And don't feel ashamed to share either, because somebody somewhere in this world needs what you have inside of you from Him. God bless you.